Welcome to Crusaders of the Resistance headquarters. I am King Nico, and we are exposing this fake experiment, this Freemason experiment called the final experiment, Antarctica. So for the last few days now, since the posting of that ridiculous 24-hour sun video in the South Pole, I've been on it, and it took me less than 24 hours to figure out just how they did it. And I have been sharing it, and those videos have gone worldwide. So thank you to everyone. I was able to tag a few accounts in the descriptions. It's like Flat Earth Banjo, Jake the Asshole. There's a few there. They're all in the description. So thank you again. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry, and I'll get you in the next video. So people asking, did I go on the trip? No, I'm not a Mason, so no. Exactly. It is the felt excrement, the foolish experiment. So True Christian is saying that since this supposed trip, I have seen legions of flat earthers bending the knee to this fake footage and asserting that we have to accept it. I'm glad Nico is one of the few who isn't doing that. Exactly, True Christian. I have seen the same thing, and I said this would happen. I told everyone in the beginning of the year to watch out. They will be coming for the flat earth because the 666 months of the fake moon landing is in less than a month's time. And Satan is going to celebrate with some sort of fake alien invasion, ushering in not the Antichrist. Is going to be mad, and they don't need this belief system in the New World Order. They want to crush it and obliterate it. Words from Simon Dan. So I'm not going to let them kill off the biblical cosmology of God's flat earth. So Much Joy is here as always, says good afternoon. Fozzie Foster says, I always said David Weiss is controlled. I think we all have, and it's all coming out now. And the whole community is scrambling. I had David Weiss on my videos commenting, left a ridiculous comment yesterday. So I gave him a piece of my mind and says, listen, bud, you have no authority here. I'm not your bum buddy, Jeranism. You are not my gatekeeper. So get the hell up out of here and shut your mouth, right? I'm coming for these sodomites, right? David Weiss, Jeranism, all these fools, right? So I have been saying that there's dome structures in Antarctica, and this is how they would have been able to film a fake sun by lining a dome structure with LED 4K to 8K screens. And wouldn't you like to know, I have found that Antarctica has always had man-made dome structures. One in particular is the Geodesic dome at Amundsen-Scott South Pole Station. It was an aluminium dome that covered and protected several small buildings at the South Pole. The dome was built in the early 1970s, so over 50 years ago. They were able to build dome structures in the South Pole. So the dome was originally built at the surface level of the ice cap, but snow and ice slowly buried the base. The dome was removed to make way for a new elevated station that was built to accommodate changes in population from winter to summer. So here's some images of this structure that existed. They said that it's been taken down, but who's to say that they didn't modernize it and make a brand new one, right? Because again, this was built in the early 1970s in the South Pole. There's pictures of it being constructed, as you can see, piece by piece, exactly how LED screens get put together for the volume, piece by piece. So this is the South Pole. Dome structures exist in the South Pole, just as my theory had stated. This is real. There's construction of the geodesic dome at Amundsen-Scott Station in the South Pole. So for all of you lot screaming, oh, I'm crazy, they just went and built a dome to fake this footage, but they already got the domes there. They already have them there. Look at ChatGPT. Are there dome structures in Antarctica, man-made? Yes, there are several man-made dome structures in Antarctica. Several man-made dome structures. These domes are primarily used for research, housing, and logistical support. Here are some notable examples. So number one is the Geodesic dome, which you can see in the pictures I've been sharing. So it was built in 1975, but the dome was retired in 2003 and replaced with a more modern station, but it remains a symbol of Antarctic research, right? So it's still there. They updated it. They said they retired it, right? But it remains a symbol of Antarctic research. So they got Concordia station domes, right? There's the location, Dome C on the Antarctic Plateau. The Haley Research Station, former domes, right? It's on the Brunt Ice Shelf. The Sine 4 South African Research Station. I'm like, show me pictures of all man-made dome structures in Antarctica. So here's the pictures it's given me. Oh, this is a pyramid. So why is ChatGPT giving me a pyramid structure on Antarctica when I asked it to show me pictures of all man-made dome structures in Antarctica? It's like, certainly, here are some notable man-made dome structures in Antarctica. Look how small the people are right there. So these things are massive. So imagine Jaron Campanella and Will Duffy standing inside on the bottom there with all these LED screens faking the 24-hour sun as it orbits around this dome structure. There's nothing in this picture. There's something in this one. There's an entrance. There's tunnel ways. There are tunnels in Antarctica. And the fact that it's shown me a snow-covered pyramid that resembles the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, this is insane. ChatGPT has given away some secrets here. So I asked it also, where is it? Okay, so how long would it take to travel 600 miles? Because I'm like, how far is, sorry, I've got everything up on here. So the Amundsen-Scott South Pole Station is 600 nautical miles or 1,138 kilometers from the Union Glacier Camp, which is where the final experiment took place. So 600 nautical miles. How long would it take to travel there? Because that's where possibly the stage for this dome LED structure is, and they had to travel there. So driving by car from, sorry, where is it? We're going from the Union Glacier Camp to Amundsen-Scott South Pole, which is where the dome structure is. So by car, it would be 10 hours or 7 hours, the fastest, driving at 80 miles per hour. Or by flying commercial plane, 1 hour, 12 minutes. So we know they have planes there. They don't need a commercial plane. There's only a few of them. So they definitely would have taken one of those small planes and kind of flown 600 nautical miles to Amundsen Station, right? And for some reason, they didn't film anything. It's a lot of shady business going on. So dome structures in Antarctica. The Amundsen-Scott South Pole Station. Where's the video I had of it? So Jeranism, we're waiting for his 666 video post. We already know what it's going to be. So virtual productions. So again, dome structures, we've talked about the volume virtual studio that can be set up too, which is a more modern, efficient way and how all the big major studios are filming things now. Like I had it up, so I'm just gonna have to search for it again. Okay, so uh, Geodesic Dome, Antarctica. I had the video. So there was some 16-year-old footage of scientists, researchers being inside of this structure. I'm just going to go to history. Okay, so here it is. So this is from a channel called South 90 Degrees. This was posted 16 years ago. It's part 3 of 3. So let me just go find part 1. So you guys can see for yourselves just what is possible and what is already there and been there in Antarctica. So here's the first video. Just look at the weather too. So this is Antarctica. There's the dome structure there. You can see nothing. So this is obviously winter. It looks very cold and deadly, the way that we were raised to believe that Antarctica was, which is why they had to have the Antarctic Treaty and no one can go there because it's so damn deadly. But yet the final experiment shows up there and they're in shorts and t-shirt. They're having a jolly old good time. They're not frozen. It's nothing is adding up. Well, thank you to Kyra Gerber. It says, thank you, Nico. What about Joseph Hanvey? He seems to be both Christian, chatting with Austin recently, viable, models of flat earth. Please tell me who else, populars, that I should avoid, but also who I can trust. Thank you. So God bless you, Kyra. I'm new to this super chat thing, but if you really did pay to send this message, God bless you and I appreciate it. Thank you. So you're seeing right now that all my theories are strengthening by the hour, right? From the volume virtual studios to Antarctica already having dome structures there for the last 50 years. So let's go inside of this structure now. So they're walking towards it. Thank you. So Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. I added your channel in the description. So thank you for the show you did yesterday. Says none of this SHIT show they gave us adds up. None of it. So again, there's no sound on the videos, but look inside the structure. You can see them looking up at the ceiling. This is the capabilities, the potential, and the possibilities that have already been done in Antarctica 50 years ago. And we already know in 1970, like technology, they were using megabytes and computers with barely anything. So now 50 years later, you're going to tell me they can't go to one of these camps and knock up a virtual studio to shoot this thing? Here it is. This video is 16 years old. 16 years ago. Listen, we are truthers. We are the flat earth community. We are known as respectable researchers. But yet no one in the community is doing the research that needs to be done to debunk this scam, right? And the fact that I've seen it, True Christian has seen it, supposed flat earthers and Christians are denouncing flat earth because of this crap. This is madness. I'm not going to stand for it. So these structures exist. We're here in Antarctica 16 years ago inside of a dome structure. What more do you need to see? So the virtual studios now. So I'm going to explain the shadows because in this video, they explain how virtual studios work with lighting, right? There's going to be no sound, and I'm worried about sharing it because it's from a channel called Studio Binder. I do not own any of this footage, but I am sharing it fairly and giving the credit. I just want to show how they explain the lighting, how it works, right? So let's just play some of this quickly. I'm going to explain the lighting and the shadows. It 100% is 4K screens being used. And these directors and these creators are going to tell you that yes, the lighting is better, but it's not going to be able to account for everything because it's a flat screen. Even though the sun is on there and being lit up bright, it's still not physically there in the 3 dimension, right? So these people, they're using an engine called Unreal Engine, an engine that allows for photographic sources to be imported into its 3D environment. So they can build these environments like this is a fake environment and you wouldn't even know the difference. So yes, Jaren is at 665 vids, but supposedly he actually posted the 666 vid and I have the screenshot for it. So I'm going to have to upload that quickly while we're looking at this virtual studio and the capabilities. Yeah, I have it right here. So shadows. So it's definitely not a green screen, but that's what they want you to think it was done by, is with a green screen so they can laugh at you and then debunk it. This is why David Weiss is defending it, because he's the handler of Jaren, right? So he's out there trying to call me stupid and others stupid for saying this, but listen, we've got them. Oh, where did I put this image now? Sorry if I messed that up. Too many, that's the problem with having too many windows open. So need to get back to that virtual videos. Jeez. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to get into the lighting and how it's done in these virtual studios. And they're going to explain that it's not perfect and it's to do with the shadows. So here we go. Built-in lighting. With a green screen, a cinematographer and a team would need to approximate the light of a location. This is some secret. No, no, forget it. Well, whatever. Oh, sorry. There. Okay, so for example, if this green screen will be turned into a sunset in post-production, the lighting on the subject needs to match. But with LED, the lighting can be far more true to the location since the screen itself emits real light from its virtual location. So Mandalorian production is going to explain. So they created real reflections in the water and it enhances and makes it more believable. Not having to worry about keying out green screen also means atmospheric, like rain or smoke, can be done for real in a scene and will interact with the light realistically. But of course, the light from the LED screen isn't a perfect substitute for being in a real environment. Cinematographers need to take into account light fall off, which refers to how light dissipates depending on its distance from a subject. And this is the whole issue with the 24-hour video, is the distance, is just the whole everything, and the mountains that look far away but they're actually close because they're on the screen, and the light from the sun and how the sun keeps changing shape and morphing. It's because of all of this. So the LED screen is not an infinite distance away, so your light source is actually closer. So the fall off from the LED screen is different than it would be if the sunset were how many million miles away the sun is, right? But it's not. It's actually right there in front on the screen. So that's what these directors are trying to tell you, is that yes, it's good for lighting, but it's not perfect because the distances don't add up, which is why the shadows don't make sense. Right? So that's enough of that. You guys can all go check it out for yourselves, right? Where's that image? Did I just share it up here? We're gonna get into Tyler Hansen and all the comments that were left on my videos by Weiss and stuff. So let's get into Sora, because we're in a world where AI has taken off now, and it's surprising that no one has mentioned that this video could have been faked with AI, right? We know that Open AI has just achieved artificial general intelligence. So AI is now in God mode and probably has been for a while now, but they're just telling us it's AGI. And I think Google just released their video generator, which supposedly crushes OpenAI Sora. So all of this is the timing. How is it that all these video generators are being launched at the exact same time this stupid video is being released, right? Do not believe anything you see right now. And this goes back to what I warned you in the beginning of the year. So the shadows don't make sense because the screens and the distance of the sun isn't really, as far as away as it should be. It's kind of like right there, which is why the freaking shadow is overextended, right? So more talking points to get into. I already showed you. So this is supposedly where the camp is, and I think the dome structure is over here. So 600 nautical miles will bring them to the center of this fake continent. It's all fake. So again, look at the shadows, even though everything's speeding around. Look at the sky, the screen, the mountains. It's not real. This is all Unreal Engine created and put on a screen in Antarctica at one of these stations. So it's the Union Glacier, right? So I think I'm going to be doing a debate with this channel later on this evening. This guy's from the UK, FTFE. I see he's had a few of my friends on before and tried to make them look stupid. So I pretty much already know what I'm getting myself into speaking to this guy, but I have absolutely nothing to hide. And I'm confident that everything I say is the truth, and they got nothing. So debate away. So here's a comment that David Weiss, gatekeeper, Synagogue of Satan, Freemason, had left on my video. There is nothing in this video that you got right other than the 666 months of the moon landing, which is interesting. And they are trying to make people believe in space. You are making flat Earth look ridiculous. Shut your mouth, David Weiss. Who's making who look stupid and ridiculous, right? I had the video up too. So let me bring it up again because this guy is talking so much smack. Well, anyone can go do a quick search and see who's making who look ridiculous. Oh, yes, this is the video. So that's the video I wanted to post. So I already had it up here somewhere. Yeah, so let me just. So this is True Christian. He posted this video on his channel 4 months ago. Well, back in the summertime when these shills were all on the Alex Jones show. So many truthers see shill David Weiss as a good guy, a positive ally in the flat earth cause. They are misled, deceived, mistaken, and asleep, right? So grifter, 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 how dare you come on my video and talk your crap and think you have authority because you're the gatekeeper for these other sodomites. You ain't no gatekeeper or authority over me, Mr. Weiss. You're barking up the wrong tree, pal. You don't freaking know me, but you're going to know who I am real soon. About I'm making the flat earth look stupid. Sorry, I'm going to skim through your video here. Everyone can go see it for themselves. So here they are doing some mock ritual on the Alex Jones show, which is the same mock rituals they do in the Masonic Lodge. And there's your freaking David Weiss on my video telling me that I'm making the flat earth community look stupid, you fool! So don't get me wrong, I am on your side, even though you don't believe it. Where did the camp go? So he's trying to say, answer my question. So the answer to that question is it's 5 miles away, as they went to that remote location so the mountains would not hide the sun. So how does he know they went to another location 5 miles away? Where's the footage of them traveling that 5 miles to get to that better location where they can see the sun? The sky can chroma key out perfectly, therefore it's a screen. Answer: no, it chroma keys perfectly because it's so blue, just like on 9/11. Duffy guaranteed it would be blue sky, even though every video I have ever seen of Union Glacier has been total overcast. It was overcast for 3 months until the day they arrived. The sky parted and it was 9/11 blue, right? And then he goes on to say that Jaren and Austin are not agents. They are patsies for a massive operation. I will be on a live stream with Vika Draziv, Truth in Plain Sight, at 3 p.m. Eastern and break it all down. So the fittest flat earther, Tyler Hansen, came on my video and was upset because I mentioned him, because I have to. He's best friends with David Weiss. And in his short time on the internet with his page, he had a meteoric rise thanks to his handler, David Weiss. And now they're having a fake beef that kicked off this week as well. The timing. So this guy is so damn smart. He says that um, uh, Bob Marley is Nelson Mandela, but he couldn't see all this time that his good friend David Weiss is a sodomite, synagogue of Satan shill. He's like, bro, you mentioned me in this briefly. I promise you on the souls of my dogs that I'm not a Mason and stand for nothing but truth and God and Jesus. I literally just posted on how Dave and Hibbler and all of them are controlled. And then he goes on and jumps on a live. And as soon as I jump on his live and look at the count, it was set at and held for a minute. And I'm like, what the hell is like, there it is. There's your 666. So let me go into the comments now because there's a lot going on in this community. And I have been able, in very fast timing, come out with all possibilities of how they could have done this. And I haven't seen anyone else come up with anything similar apart from green screen. And there's no way they used a green screen because they're in a white environment. That's just a huge, going to be a huge mess in post production or their live streaming or whatever. It's not going to work. So yeah, furious. I have put a decade of my life into this, into proving Bible prophecy, into proving that the very word of our God is the very truth, and it is. And for these shills to go and pull this psyop off is disgusting, and is antichrist, and is anti-God, and is a rebellion to God. This is what Nimrod did. This is what Babylon is. These are sodomites, right? And notice how they all look alike. Like you don't, they could be the same person. This could be Simon Dan. They all are part of the same synagogue of Satan club. This is what you got to understand. And I'm going to make sure I let the whole world know just how they pulled this off and why they are anti-Jesus, anti-God, anti-Christ. And they are doing this now because they are ushering in their Antichrist leader that they worship. And it is not Jesus, it is Satan. So again, I apologize, but this has been a crazy few days. I don't like having people like David Weiss. Again, this is the second time he's come and tried to make me look stupid when I'm the one that exposed the fake eclipse back in April, and he was so quick to shut it down. Like he's not allowed to talk about anything but flat Earth, right? You bring up any other topic, you bring up the transpocalypse, he's not allowed to talk about it. Pull up Project Bluebeam, he won't. Everything's stupid to him unless it's flat Earth and his damn clock app. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna look at some of these comments. There's a lot of you here, so I appreciate everyone jumping in. So Bibu says, I bet Witsit is going through it. Anyone seen him? So Kyra's saying, I'm so gullible, but working on it. We were all deceived. It's not that you're gullible. We're being deceived by very high ranking satanic demons that have unlimited resources and funds to pull off these deceptions. You know, like it's 665 months since the fake moon landing, and people 55 years later are still going over the shadows, going over the ceiling, and was it a set, a studio? Where, how did they fit the friggin' the buggy and the lander? How did they take back off and get back to Earth? Right? And the fact that people still haven't figured that out is wild. So I'm jumping all over this, and I'm making sure you all know with today's technology that what they did was absolutely fake, and there's many different ways to fake it. I heard him on Nathan call himself a selfless hero. Deleted. Okay, so everyone's waking up. Kyra, pray and ask for discernment. He will give it to you. Thank you, Lacey. Yes, it's discernment. You need to just discern and not just blindly sponge, soak up whatever's lying there in front of you on the TV or the internet. Delete David Weiss's app. Delete ASAP, says Joyce B. Rudy says these Masons can't not expose themselves. They have to tell you they're agents, and they do. There's many instances. Alex Jones has said that he comes from a high-ranking level Freemason family. So Freemasons, like I said, Freemasons only talk to and help and promote other Freemasons that are part of the Brotherhood. It's part of their oath, it's part of their cult, right? So anyone that goes on the Alex Jones show is a Freemason. He's not just going to invite some random guy that believes in flat Earth, right? I've been here for a decade. It's not going to happen. They're Freemasons. And the fact that David Weiss promoted and pushed this guy, Tyler Hansen, who's now coming out saying that he's exposing them, it's ridiculous. So it's now they're playing this Mason versus Mason and who's right, who's wrong. And yesterday in his live, this guy was pushing post millennial reign of Christ doctrine, right? Even though he's saying he's new to Christ, he's pushing that fake doctrine, saying that the millennial reign has already happened. So this is how they deceive you. They'll put these truthers in, they'll make them be friends. Because listen, David Weiss is not promoting someone that's not a Mason, and especially not going to promote a Christian. Now, Tyler Hansen is posing as a Christian, but he's a fake Christian, part of this whole cabal. And now he's pretending to take down the cabal and expose Hibbler and Stu Peters and David Weiss. And now he's saying, yeah, I'm a real Christian. I follow Jesus and the Lord, and I I promise on the souls of the lives of my dogs, right? Like it's crazy. And then he goes on live and says, oh, the millennial reign already happened. He's like, we're just in the next era after that. I'm like, whoa, do you know what kind of a huge deception that is? And I can easily debunk that, right? With graven images, because the buildings, Tartaria, um, Chat GPT. Okay. I was talking to it yesterday about these angels because this guy angered me with his post millennial reign doctrine. So, this is how you got to know your Bible and read it, because these people, they will deceive you. And it's very easy. Just things like misplacing the timing of the Bible, whether it's post judgment, pre judgment, apocalypse, pre rapture, post rapture. Okay, so I should just ask it again. So I forget what I was asking it, but the stuff is crazy. We get back to the comments because there's a lot of you here joined that are very interested and what's going on here within the flat Earth community. Who's saying what? Who's protecting who? Who's sticking up for this fake footage? And yeah, it's all coming out. Thank you, Joyce B says hit the thumbs up. So True Christian says that Weiss, Jeranism, Mark Sargent, Pat Steer, and all of the other grifter shills in their cabal, have been making flat Earth look stupid to countless millions of people since 2015. Weiss accusing Nico is absurd. I appreciate that, and that's exactly what I think. And I responded to that. I put him in his place, and I can't find the comment because I think he deleted it because he knows he's barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, furious I should be. Yeah, he chose his dog souls over his children's souls or his own soul. So yeah, Zane is laughing his ass off. Thank you. Casey Lear says, you're not making it look stupid, Nico. You're addressing important facts. We've been lied to so many times. It's natural to investigate what's clearly a deception. Kyra says, I understand your anger. I've yelled a number of times. Our anger is righteous. He will be judged. They all will. Yeah, they are messing around. They think, so this is what they think. They think because they have had the flat earth community wrapped around their little fingers for the last decade because the Masons helped push them and give them the following. So people waking up to the flat earth had no choice but to see and subscribe to these shills, right? The gatekeepers of this supposed truth. And then they pull this stunt, right? Sorry, I learned these Masons are terrified of people learning what they're actually about, what's in their books. Yeah, so it's been a very well crafted deception to it's the timing of right now what's going on. So sovereign soul unchained mind says, I catch hell because I'm not buying it. Yeah. So we're going to be criticized and ridiculed by these supposed leaders of the movement, as David Weiss is like, we cannot, we're not allowed to give Jeranism hell because he's one of the biggest people in the movement. And I'm like, who are you to say who's the top dog in the movement or not, right? So these people think they have say on who's doing what and who's right and who's wrong and who gets to say when the beginning experiment is and who gets to say what the final experiment is. They don't speak for all of us. They're only speaking for their own sodomite cult. So yeah, people had no choice but to follow them and be tricked by these people. But it's coming to an end now. A lot of damage has been done. We're in the final month now before the 666 months of the fake moon landing. So it's better late than never, but I wish we could have woken people up and people not be such NPCs for these frauds. So Paul Kirk took a small spirit level on an airplane with him, and he said the bubble remained in the middle. If there was a curve, the bubble would have moved, but it remained in the center exactly. So all the information that we've been sharing all still holds up. They really thought that they had everyone fooled because they know that they had control over the movement and all the people coming in. So they know that they've been teaching you how to look for things, but they haven't been teaching you how to look for other things that they knew they were going to stage and fake. So that's why they've been going over this whole the focus on this green screen thing is ridiculous. That is the cover up. That is the direction uh, to get you to that's the distraction, right? Get you to look here and not look anywhere else. Focus on something small when it's the bigger picture. And I was able to see the bigger picture. Now you're all going to see the bigger picture and they're not going to get away with it. Welcome. Oh, so P.S. You're in Ontario, Canada too. Yes. It's very wintry and cold here today, but Onterrible is the nickname for Ontario. Hey there, everyone. New to this channel, Flat Earth Banjo. So again, Flat Earth Banjo is the real MVP. I think I got another like 300 subscribers thanks to you. So like give my biggest gratitudes to you. Thank you so much. So I want to end this video before I start just rambling and getting off topic and saying things I don't want to say. But I'm just looking through the channel. Yeah, everything is there. So if anyone's got any questions, or anyone else has anything to share regarding some of the stuff I've shown, that there are dome structures in Antarctica. So for me to say that they built a dome sphere to fake this, and people are like, you're crazy. I'm like, no, there's already spheres there from the last 50 years. So building a new sphere within this year for this to take place and then taking it down so no one can find the evidence is absolutely believable. Casey Lear says they're clout chasers. Yeah, and because of this, where it's going to filter out the real people and the fakes. Everyone can easily see now that David Wise is a fake. I found your channel through Eddie, Flat Earth Banjo, and through No Fanfare channel. Both recommended me to you. So thank you to both you guys. No Fanfare. I believe No Fanfare is down in Australia, so way away from here. This is getting and covering the whole world. So where's the news stories? This guy's still on. Yeah, they're making a complete mockery of this, of God's earth, because Satan's about to rule. So this is why this is all happening. Okay, so we're gonna go see updated news stories. What is the mainstream media saying about Jaron Campanella 2 hours ago? So yeah, daily now they're trying to destroy the flat Earth. Flat Earth myth debunked after YouTubers trip to Antarctica. Flat Earthers went to Antarctica to look at the sun. Here's what happened. The flat Earth advocate accepts planet is round. Wow. So look at that. In an unexpected twist, a well known flat earther changed his stance after going on a $35,000 trip to Antarctica. Jaron Campanella, the man behind one of the most popular flat Earth YouTube channels, joined a group of flat earthers and globe earthers on an expedition called The Final Experiment, led by Pastor Will Duffy, fake Pastor Will Duffy, pastor for the Synagogue of Satan, Will Duffy. Their mission was to settle the debate about our Earth's shape. During the trip, Campanella witnessed a 24-hour sun, which goes against his theory. After seeing the sun move around the sky without disappearing, the creator realized he was wrong the whole time and agreed the Earth is round. This is disgusting. And I told you guys this would happen. I cannot believe it's taken place. And the timing is just too obvious. This has reached the whole world. There's the Mirror US. I believe I saw it in Jerusalem. So this is in Israel. The Jerusalem Post, flat Earth YouTuber admits mistake after trip to Antarctica. Upworthy MSN has it 6 hours ago. Flat earther travels to Antarctica and realizes our planet is round. Wow. So this is a big hit piece on the world right now, on our community, on the flat earth community. And it's because we let these shills get into high ranking positions, or whatever positions you want to call it, to supposedly lead. We're going to crush them right now. Science alert. Flat earthers went to Antarctica. Here's what happened. Flat earthers befuddled. Wow. Lad Bible, flat earther goes on Antarctica expedition to prove theory, only to discover it's actually round. This is honestly the worst it could get. The fact that they put in one story, the YouTube's most popular, famous flat earther now says Earth is round. So satanic as crap. This is getting out of hand. And it's all because he's serving his master, Satan. I cannot believe this. I'm getting really anxious now. So I apologize if I've been really anxious, but some of the comments I've been saying, there's been so many great ones. So thank you to everyone for the support. I appreciate it. It helps. I'm just delivering the truth and calling a spade as I see it. Eric Dubai. I used to like Eric Dubai. My favorite of all of them was Rob Skiba. So it's sad that he passed away. Eric Dubai, though, is Antichrist. He worships Gaia and the universe. It doesn't make sense. How can you worship that stuff and be a flat earther? So I believe he's chosen and put in this position because of his allegiance to the new age. So yeah, the Pope is opening the 5 portals on Christmas Eve, and one of them doors is in a prison. It's a ritual that they have never done before. They are letting something through. So yeah, and all the locations of these portals, once you connect and draw lines through them, it draws the sigil of Satan. Yeah, it's pretty sad about Rob Skiba, but he did some great work and tied it perfectly into biblical cosmology. Indeed, and he is of royal bloodline. Thank you, Dorian. I don't believe anything that's on screens that I can't prove or experience myself, especially in today's world. So yes, Sovereign. Again, everyone go and subscribe and follow the Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Him and his fellow flat Earth friends, they had a great discussion and basically did a huge deliberation. This is an investigation on this experiment and all the people involved and who they're connected to. And yeah, this feels like a huge court case. We're gonna do all the tests that we can do without being there to compare everything. We're gonna go through this, and but I already know how it's gonna end up. Is these guys being proven to be fake? But it's the timing, and we don't have exact proof yet. We have all these great theories and different options of how it could have been done, but we're running out of time. And for them, they're gonna smile. They don't care. They pretty much succeeded. We're in the final weeks or hours of the year anyway. 2025 is literally next week, right? So we're out of time. It's very, very interesting end of the year and a very, very even more interesting start and beginning to next year. So thank you for everything you do, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. I'm definitely will be watching and tuning in more. If you ever want to collaborate, just let me know. I read in the chat that Whitsit flew to London. Can that be confirmed? Candace is in London for holidays too. So, yep, everyone, please give these sodomite deceivers hell. Look into the Freemasons. If anyone has anything on these people and their families and connections to Freemasonry and any lodge, there's a lodge in every town. So if you know the town and cities these people are from, if anyone has any insights with these lodges or knows these people and their families' history, I'm ready for everything. But give them hell, especially that David Weiss sodomite. Give him hell. Dorian says, Sov goes live when I'm in bed. Very rare I catch a live. You're up too late, Sov. Getting ripped apart in real time. Yeah. Everything's getting ripped apart. Everything they have posted and might. It's already too late now. Anything they post after the fact is 100% doctored and edited and manipulated, right? Because these things are time sensitive. You either go there and film everything live nonstop or post it ASAP. You don't leave Antarctica until everything's posted. You document everything. You don't come back home, wait a week, and then start uploading videos. That's not how it works. Not, and then you're going to give the excuse, oh, it was Christmas, or oh, I was tired from the trip, it was exhausting. None of that. These guys went there and failed, right? Failed. They didn't even fly the drone to see over the mountain, even though the drone has capabilities of 14 plus kilometers. I wanted to see military bases. I wanted to see something. They didn't show us nothing. They didn't even attempt to go towards the outer edge to even get close to the firmament, right? So absolutely disgusting, ridiculous attempt at nothing. It was only an attempt to destroy the flat earth community, to destroy the flat earth biblical cosmology belief system, to strengthen the globe earth, to strengthen the universe, to strengthen the idea of life on other planets, to strengthen the fact that when they launch this UFO drone, whatever it is, invasion or way to gain control of the world for this new order of the ages, this is why. Only flat earthers and people that have Jesus Christ will not fall for it. No, you're welcome, Kyra. It's been a pleasure having you here. Joseph Aquaweaver's here says National Aeronautics and Space Administration equals 666. All these numbers are tied in with this experiment, with everything that's going on, with the sub count, with the months since uh, Apollo 11. Yeah, I don't like having to make videos of exposing this, but these Masons, they've got their hands in the pockets of pretty much everything on this earth, and I've had enough, right? They do have a grip and some kind of control over every village, city, town on this earth, every nation. Yes, Dorian. So Godzilla X Kong, the new empire, are they pushing yet another hollow earth? So I'm glad you brought that up because again, this is why you should not follow these these fake shills that have these huge followings that are pushing each other, like David Weiss, Tyler Hansen. So David Weiss pushes, I believe, that kind of theory, hollow Earth and other lands beyond the ice, which is ridiculous. Tyler Hansen has been pushing post millennial reign, even though we still have buildings with fallen angel statues on them. The Bible fully says that there shall be no graven image, no statues, not of anything on this earth or of in the heavens above. So we are not in the millennial reign because the millennial reign of Christ will not have graven image statues of angels, whether they're fallen angels or not. God says no graven images of anything of the heavens above. We're in tribulation, about to go into great judgment. So how do we break up these Masonic Fs? By exposing them, by calling them out, by laughing at them, by taking away whatever power and authority they think they have over whatever community it is that they're supposedly leading. Just give them hell. Give them hell. Don't let them come on your pages and think they can comment stupid stuff, right? Like David Weiss thought he could do on my page. So you're going to give him hell. And I responded to this. Very good response, but I believe he deleted the comment. So the response went with it. Snake, right? You don't come on my page and think you can talk to me the way you talk to your bum buddy that you're the handler of, Jaron Campanella. You don't freaking come up here in my domain and my Crusaders of the Resistance headquarters talking your crap. You made a big mistake, bud. Your number is up. Your time is done. So we're coming after every single one of these shills. Mark my words. So make sure. Apologize. Excuse me, my poor throat. Make sure you send me everything. Tag me in whatever needs to be tagged. I do not fear these people. I don't fear the Masonic Brotherhood. I am a born again Christian. They have no authority over me and have no authority over any of you. Right? I have never done any one of these rituals, never stepped in a lodge. No one has power over me but the Lord Jesus Christ. So I will laugh and say whatever I want about these sodomites, and there is nothing they can do. Yeah, by start with a comment on their crap channel. Just spread it. Spread the news that they have been caught and they are frauds. Spread it far and wide that they are no longer the gatekeepers to this truth, that they have been exposed as sodomites, as synagogue of Satan Freemasons, as antichrist, anti-God, and anti-Jesus. That is what they are. God bless you, Alicia Rodriguez. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. I hope I'm not getting too angry and aggressive because, yeah, I know how I can get. But when these things are like this, presented to me, and people are trying to destroy the belief system, and God's basically they're rebelling against God. That's a big no-no. Amen. 1,000%. They seem to be following Albert Pike, letter to Manzini, the Illuminati plan for 3 world wars, August 15th, 1871. Thank you for that information. Ricola. Yeah, I do. I need a bloody Ricola, or I need to get out of Ontario with this dry, frigid, cold weather. It's just it's horrible here. So the 3 wise men followed the special star, but we can't make star maps. I don't really get that part. So yeah, definitely tribulation and judgment. It will increase in 2025. So again, you never understood the part. Why is it so bad to have graven images from above? We aren't allowed to make star charts and stuff, but yet seems really bizarre because God is a jealous God. We are supposed to worship our Father, our Holy Creator, our Lord, our Savior, right? But people don't. They worship other things, and the fallen angels came down and made themselves gods and created statues and all these magnificent buildings, and they showed wonders and miracles. They deceived everyone on earth, and they mated with women. They created a hybrid race, but that's a story for another day. I'm doing my best to go through all these comments. We got Zane in the house, so thank you, Zane, for everything you've done helping get this information out there this week. Gang signs, globe tricks, hand signs, triple sixes, 666. Yeah, all of these signs, these guys all have everything they've said, all the devil horn hand signs. Like, I have thousands and thousands of hours of footage of me online, and not once do you ever see my fingers go into devil horns or 666 AOK signs. It doesn't happen, right? Because when you know, you just don't do it. But when you're part of the club, and that's all you do, it's like, whoa, you guys got to chill. You're getting a bit too obvious now. So again, thank you everyone. I just got on and missed most of this fake book. Uh, Shut off my notifications. I just turned it back on. Yeah, I'm sorry for that because I'm so censored and shadow banned. It's it's very rare you'll get notifications for me. So Miss Rex Murphy says, I live on the ocean and can see the ferry landing 40 miles away. Can't do that on a ball. P.S. It's looking real flat today, as it always does. So Carrie is disappointed I was fooled by Austin. I never followed Jaren the cockroacher 8. Yeah, a lot of people are waking up now, and I have to do this because it's just been tearing me apart, knowing that this setup was coming for a while now, and the fact that they went there and did what they did and shared the footage, and people are falling for it. People are like, oh my god, we were wrong. Like, this is honestly has hurt flat earth and has lost us some amazing souls. Satan has gained some more souls because of this evil deception. So when you put it into perspective and you see the magnitude of this evil that they just pulled off, then yeah, it's up there with the fake moon landing, with the Neil Armstrong and the Buzz Aldrin and the whatever his name is, Collins, right? So yeah, I'm probably going to get off now, keep this video at an hour. So Alan, you might not do it because everyone is already mentioning it. So again, all I ask is to please help out, get the videos out there like we've been doing. Let me refresh this. This is the channel. I'd also like Oh wow, 9.5K subscribers. This is incredible. So I've definitely have gained a lot of new subscribers since exposing this just 2 days ago, right? The video only came out 2 days ago. We all seen it and we all jumped all over it, right? So I appreciate that we still have some great minds, some real truthers out there. I'm sorry that I'm just hearing about some of you for the first time, but and you guys as well are just hearing about me for the first time. I haven't heard about me in 10 years. I haven't heard about some of you is because of these Freemason gatekeepers. They make sure that no one gets to know who you are, even though they know who you are, but they need the focus to be on their ops, right? On their paid for ops, their puppets that they have control over. So this is the current live. We got the Project Bluebeam I did yesterday, tying in the drones with Elon Musk and the brother we never knew we had, Kimball Musk. We got the final experiment, or is it? So this is me pretty much showing that, yeah, it was done in a virtual studio called The Volume. And here's the first two videos. Jumped on it right away and just gave my authentic, instant reaction and thoughts and discernment on the whole thing. And I came up with a Las Vegas sphere. And now today, 2 days later, we have proof of spheres that have been in Antarctica for over 50 years that can be disassembled and reassembled, just like a virtual studio can be disassembled and reassembled with their LED 8K screens. They're not getting away with this. So thank you everyone for joining. I am King Nico, the leader of this ministry, Crusaders of the Resistance, and we are here to prove Bible prophecy because the word of God is the absolute truth and should not be messed with. And this is why I'm upset and angry, because we've got these synagogue of Satan shills that are messing with the word of God. They might not be changing the word of God literally in the book of the Bible, which is blasphemous, but they're changing the thoughts and minds of and the belief system of people through deception, through studios, through video editing, through Unreal Engine creations. Yes, they're bringing everything to get ready to get you guys all ushered into the new world order with them, because that's where they're going to be and what they serve. So thank you for joining. I look forward to speaking with you all soon and responding to the many comments I've been getting. So God bless everyone.